from, the actress that she's, things of that nature. So,
Right. Well, I can respect that answer, but the answers that I can't respect from people is when they say it's plagiarized because it's no plagiarization. What I see is that if the biblical account is true, and if you choose to believe that one, it even the fact that we see the Babylonian and Sumerian flood stories, it shows that it starts from a kernel of truth. It starts from something that happened that was worldwide and cataclysmic. So, it's just all about whose version you believe, and it's definitely evident that these nations they differed not only in worldview but in how they ran their societies. So
mhm,
they're definitely going to form that story to justify whatever they're doing. So
right.
it's all about in that person's belief who they think is right. And I put my stake in the God of Abraham because just like no offense to Houthi, like these guys of Egypt, they're dead and gone now. But
Hmm.
Yahweh, he's still here. Like he was in West Africa, East Africa, North Africa, South Africa, and he's still here. So that's the data that proves that that creator is the valid one.
Because you haven't seen them, correct?
Haven't seen what the Most High.
Yeah.
Nah, quite contrary. We see the providence of that creator just from us being here, but there's no evidence to show that and no offense, we don't see Amin Ra brought us here, or
Well, and even in Egyptian cosmology, the netter or nature is we give reverence to nature. So,
see,
I
now
mean, the,
now I'm
huh?
gonna have to get Tahuti for you because Tahuti would disagree. Tahuti would say that they really believe that those people were real, and in the Bible, it records it the same way. So that's how I'm going. How Tahuti would go.
Well,
You know,
Tahuti may be a little, you know what I'm saying. I would disagree or have contention with him saying that the gods were real in the way that we would consider them to be real today. So, I mean, and just to saying, like, we could pick somebody from a different faith from of Islam, and they would give credence to their deity as well. So it's just like everybody is going to say the same thing in regards to their God being the only God, right? So it's just hard.
I would
So like
agree.
even when I read I was reading this edict the other day where it talked about we spoke about on this panel where it talked about the edict giving in the biblical account it reads that the Lord our Lord biblical God Yahweh gave favor found favor to the Babylonian kings and Cyrus and Darius and told them to let us free. But if you actually read the actual edict, it says from their perspective that their god Marduk is the one who gave them, told them to let the Israelites send Ezra back. So you get two different, you get the story, but depending on the perspective, you get a different narrative, right?
Yeah,
So even if you read the Moabites, Sella, and we read from the Moabite point of view, they won, right? If you read the Israelites' point of view, it was more like a draw. Same thing with the Egyptians in Kadesh. So it's like depending on the narrative, you're going to get maybe somebody may wrote they won, somebody may wrote they won. So what's really the truth?
yeah. What the truth, yeah. Because like you say, with the Moabites, or rather, I think you're speaking of when they had Hezekiah shut up like a bird, right?
Yeah, the message teller for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's all in how you interpret it. They attribute it to their what mice god or something, but it's it's
Mhm.
it's just different stories. I
And,
wouldn't.
and so the Israelites would attribute it to they have did something wrong, so they're being punished, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. I hear you.
Hey, all due respect, you brothers act like you scared of each other. Y'all don't get in the ring because I have a show scheduled
No, we
for
just
Cosmo.
building. We ain't really.
You told me 2 hours I supposed to do my show. I don't know if you had this already scheduled or you forgot, but I'm here with my information. So let me know after y'all get done on the same show, and I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna get him.
Cuzzo JJ 7K.
Where JJ come from?
War, and then we had commercials coming in. It was my turn to go on. Lionsden.
Yeah, nah, I'll just end with this, and I'll pass it
war, bro. What are y'all doing? Set the debate up, man.
Yeah, nah, let me just hold on, JJ. I was fine, and you can have it. Hold on, King J did it. Let me go. King J will go, and then you'll have it.
Get Cosmon back on here.
So this is what I want to say to you, brother King J, and to whoever listening. The thing about the scriptures, right? Like even mathematically looking at it, the reason why a person should choose the scriptures because it teaches about the one, whereas all of these other philosophies and gods and deities, they teach you about more than one. So the more you deviate and break that one into other things, you have other interpretations and other ways and other priesthoods. So even as Drusilla Dundas Houston said, that the original African believed in one creator. And that's why, you know, it would be wise for a person to adopt the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because he is an African. He is the African God, like Peter Tosh said. Go ahead,
Well, I mean, because I just see different. I see more polytheism than anything, especially if we're talking about Abraham. Because I would ask you, what were the idols that he destroyed in his father's temple? If it's always been monotheistic, then why is he destroying multiple different idols? So they had to have existed.
Right, because it was corrupted from the one. That's why a lot of people get
Well,
lost.
that's a later thinking, because if multiple gods existed, right, then that is polytheism. It's existing. Now, if what Muhammad did and comes along and say, hey, we're not finna, it's the damn near the same thing Muhammad and Abraham. He comes along and say, hey, we're not finna worship all these gods. I'm gonna choose the deity. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna what was it? The deity of the Kaaba?
Right, it
Was
was
it Hadad?
365.
Yeah. So I mean, he just chose
I
one.
would agree. It was polytheism like hundreds and thousands of years before Abraham. I would agree.
Right. So I'm saying, so that's our original African chain of thought is multiple deities.
No,
It's
but
not just one worship or see.
yeah, there was a time when the worship of one creator that originated in Africa.
Well, how was there a
According
pantheon
to the
first?
text.
Right. When we look at the Canaanite pantheon, we see multiple deities. Even in the Bible, Genesis 1 verse 26 and 27, it says, "And we created him in our image."
Right, that's the Elohim. That's speaking of Yahweh.
Elohim, multiplicity, plurality. It suggests masculine and feminine energy.
Now that's what they call a majestic like singularity. That's not speaking of different.
That just was the gauntlet, man.
That's
hold hands, man.
speaking of one.
Ain't this whole hand fest and let 7,000 to go get in here to address a goddamn nigga that's been lying. Y'all holding hands.
Handle your business.
This is
handle your business, bro.
We're just building. We're just building, JJ. That's all.
I'm up next. You put these goddamn two.
Go ahead, bro. Break up the time.
Go ahead, JJ. Hype it up or something, man.
We chilling, JJ.
Can you see the comment on the screen, JJ? I think that comment is for you.
How you gonna schedule me a show?
Bro, I sometimes stuff happens. People get too caught up. You don't have to like act like it was never personal, bro.
Okay, so let me respond to that. No, but let me respond to that. The casual engagement of honor, loyalty, respect, and your word should be needed and addressed in this community. You told me 2 hours, I'll be ready in 2 hours, and now you got these guys in my time slot. After I was getting ready to go to war, hey, you started off the clock, 2 minutes for him, me, and then 2 minutes for him. Then I was getting ready to come back. You did 8 commercials.
Got it, JJ.
So I called you and said, hey, bro, let me get the short. Man, come on, bro.
Why you always do this instead of just finding out
this ain't none
what
of your business, whoever talking, man.
This is me, A1.
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm saying, why don't you just hit me up like, yo, what happened? And I could be like, and I can explain.
So let me. Okay, so. No. How I'm gonna tell you? Okay, you want me to show you the receipt?
You got the floor.
Said 2 hours, nigga.
You with the receipts. I didn't say you was lying about nothing.
Go get Cosmon. Go get Cosmon. Playing game.
You okay, man? You having a good day?
You got had 2 guys over here attacking a. There had to be 2 of them against 1. I'm talking about OKC. So let me, bro. Don't make me have to go get you. Man, damn, you disrespectful. How you gonna invite me over here to do a thing, do a show? I show them.
JJ stupid.
That threw him off. He ain't know what to
do. These niggas up here pity patting around.
He's been doing this too long.
Oh, well, you know, it's 1741. What the hell?
Hey, JJ, my sincerest apologies, JJ. My sincerest apologies. My sincerest apologies. It's never my intentions to spin you, bro. I always want to work with you. It's a lot of people pulling me a lot of different directions, and our show was playing last minute. I'm sorry
on this goddamn time, nigga.
Nah, we definitely want to see you beat up Cosmo for sure.
I tell you, here go my proposal for you.
Talk to me.
You're damn right. I already beat. Gideon, you already know. We already. They trying to perpetuate this lie like they beat us when we already know the Sunday they changed the goddamn poll. You was there, Gideon. How the poll gonna be team to knock? And we up 58% or whatever they had. And then at the he got mad at Yara. Sarnetta jumps in. See, y'all niggas ain't ready. All that shit. You don't see them crying, but all the whole debate it wasn't supposed to be no ad-homs, no cussing. We just kept seeing them. Like, damn, they steady doing it. Sarnetta ain't saying shit. Sarnetta, you ain't saying shit. Then the pod had to, hey, Sarnetta, hey, bro, you ain't following your rules. He kicked Sarnetta off and me. That's a true story, man. So I don't even know how Cosmo can even run around here pushing this book, knowing that they got slapped around in the team debate. So then after the team debate, I said, you know what? I came to all their leaders, the four horsemen. Say, Shalom, you want to get in one-on-one? I want to attack the science in that book. That pseudoscience in that book. I got the information for it right now. I want to smoke with you, JJ. Then another one. Here you go. The one that's talking about Daryl Cosmo. He said talking about Yahweh demon, but they calling on Yahweh. And nigga, through the whole debate, he was calling on Yahweh. I mean, through your whole demonstration, these guys are pseudo. So then I went to Malachi Maccabee. Nigga, you said that what? Then what he said, y'all? He said that Moses went down the hell. Listen to this. Listen to this, A1. Moses went down the hell, grabbed up Pharaoh, took him to the Ethiopian worlds, rejuvenated him, and then sent him back down to earth with the Israelites. 400 years later, after the Exodus. This is the kind of nonsense that we get on with.
He said, what? Bring that back. Bring that back.
Everybody else.
Rewind that one time. What did he say?
On tape. There. Keep talking for a minute. I'm putting on tape. No, keep talking. I named three of the horsemen. Man, bro, you know how they came into the community?
They been beating up a wasp. Like that's real tough.
You got a slight delay on your phone, JJ.
And you
Is it just me, or are y'all hearing that?
They brought this how watching the community.
Yeah, it's phone breaking up.
Man, I think I'm in the mountains, man. I think I had a bad connection.
I was gonna say it's hard to get. You don't get service
and still breaking
Project up. Bricks, do you? Where you at, man?
Brother, I'm in a nice neighborhood in Denver, Colorado, in the mountains, nigga. I ain't no fucking.
Hey, congratulations!
I ain't against the hood because I grew up in the hood.
Yeah, it's nice out there.
Muhammad, y'all want me to show him getting beat up? Hey, I tell you what, I'm gonna send you what's what I'm gonna do, DMG. You ain't gonna have to hear me talk.
Wait.
I'm gonna
That's
show
not
the
my name.
video.
I'm A1, brother. I'm A1. Wrong host. It's all right though.
What did I call you? What did I call you? I call you DMD, didn't you? My fault. Yeah. Hey, y'all from, hey, come on, you must be on mine. Hey, peace and blessing, DMG. I hope you and your family, died. So condolences to that. Come back. My grandma just died about 5 weeks. About 6 weeks ago. So, yeah. Damn. But now he in the audience. Bro, get up here in a death match. Look, y'all want to see a death match over here? Y'all see a death match? That means you go for 5 minutes, I go for 5 minutes. You go for 5 minutes. I did a 3-hour death match and beat the shit out of Deron. I said he tried to come over here and commentate it. He tried to commentate it and spin the story, but if you got common sense, but then the storyline in the Bible got nothing to do with Esau being the bloodline going to him being the redeemer of the earth. I'm not going to play that. Yeah, so get him up here. Now this supposed to be me and his show. If y'all want to see an ass whooping, Can y'all hear me clear? Because I'll read off my goddamn notes. I'm gonna have my stuff
good.
on the screen.
Loud and clear.
Let's get it on. We can continue this show. Let's get it. Let's get it. Tell him to get up here. Tell him to get up here. Oh, that tough guy, you trying to you and OKC, you next too. Talk about you Aboriginal. Aboriginal what? Well, how the white man come over and take care of you? Ain't no Aboriginal. Nigga, come on, man. I'm a pure Aboriginal. What tribe you from? What language? Who you got? There's no imprint of you niggas. You Dane Calloway, Top Cat, and you, OTK. You my cousin. But yeah, I gotta get you because of what you did today. This is business. This ain't nothing personal. I'm gonna get Cosmo first. Tell him to get up here. Hey, LTK. I mean, tell him to get up here, man. Y'all want to see this ass woman? He about to get it. I do death matches. Give us 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. That should be enough time instead of 5. It's too long. Omar Muhammad,
it's A1 like the steak sauce,
black man
brother.
beat the shit out of you.
A1 like the steak sauce. You call me A9 or something.
Hey, he in a blind fear. He don't see nothing.
Hey, well,
he
A1,
just want
call this guy. Call him right now.
You know what? Cosmon is one person I don't have his number, actually. I can't call Cosmon.
You're right. I think he in the chat, huh?
He's in the chat. He's telling me to play this video. Let me see what he's talking about.
These two dumbass niggas.
Yeah, Cosmon, man.
No, I'm telling you to get him up here. I don't have a video.
Nah, he can get up here himself.
Ask if I'm gonna show him the screen. Tell him to get up here. How you gonna promise me I'll be ready in 2 hours? You want me to show the thing in front of the people? I'm not trying to do that, bro, but you gotta hold on to your words.
Something happened, and you didn't even call me to check on me to see if I was okay. That's crazy. And then you will sit up here and talk to me crazy. Like, slow down.
Are you okay now? How am I call on you? Look.
Just slow down.
If we agree to 2 hours, I'm here.
Don't crash out.
Call and check on me. You okay? Wheaties?
But the assumption that you've been played and you need to go on a war path is that's not
you know what,
you should
nigga?
do.
Now it's at war. Now me and you at war because you don't want to get this nigga up.
What did I do?
You had him running.
He wants to come at me so bad.
You're younger brothers, nigga.
You are not my enemy, man. I'm not about to let you make me
chill out, DJ, man. You got the floor, bro. Just chill out, man. Just because Cosmon scared to show
Do you want to come up? Do you want to play your video right now, JJ? That's not what you want to do.
It ain't no video. I keep telling you, bro. I have information that you're gonna be able to read.
Okay, bring the receipts. I'll share your receipts.
Get him up here.
Yeah, I'll share your receipts.
Get him up here.
Cosmon is in the crowd.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. 5.
If he wanted to come up here, he would come up here.
Get up here.
He's in the chat. He's listening.
Yeah, he can't. He just can't pull him on.
Yeah,
he can. Once he
Cosmon probably sleepy. Shit, he been up here for 12 hours.
Yeah, he probably punch drunk.
So, this ain't recorded. You run your mouth, bro. About him, you ran from him, did he? Remember? Gideon, you ran from Cosmon. I got this.
You coming in here straight out the French Quarter wanting to fight, man. Hold on, but chill up, man.
Say you did.
Right, we having a good conversation, a good build, and damn.
You didn't run from Cosmon. Now I got to show you Hebrew Israelites how to get these niggas. Nigga, after y'all lost y'all best debate.
I'm gonna tell the people I told you, bro. I am not.
It was Daryl Cosmon. You want me to show the flyer?
Listen, bro. I'm not gonna debate nobody who do not want to debate their own. That's just not gonna happen, JJ. I'm not doing it.
Okay, let me ask you this. Maybe you didn't run. I'm sorry for that. Let me ask you this. Can I ask you the question? Did you and Daryl Cosmon set up a debate and was there a flyer?
I wouldn't say it wasn't.
Yes or no?
If you said it was, I would agree with you. I can't remember, but that was a while back.
But
go ahead.
But
go ahead.
Wow. Tell him to get up here. Ain't nobody talking about no old flyers. This nigga talking about him. And I should be supposed to not eat meat. Nigga, you been eating pork chops. I said, let's do the challenge right now. Open your goddamn refrigerator, nigga. Your freezer. You got ham hocks and chitlins all in that bitch. He wouldn't open the freezer. So we ain't trying to do. Get up here right now. Get up here right now. Death match. That's all it is. I do death matches. That means somebody gonna run out of information. Somebody gonna start repeating themselves. Somebody gonna have ad homs. Somebody ain't gonna answer the motherfucking question.
But JJ, get to a point when you
So
like
where you
Sean
at?
Williams on "Don't Drink Your Juice in the Hood." You just swinging at you hitting everybody like nigga ain't much saying that like.
Yeah.
But
Okay, all right. Well, you know what?
Muhammad,
You know why? If you sign up for you
5672.
sign up for
You
a
got to come to
debate.
my page to get on the
So watch
panel.
this.
Pull up Titans at Titans Debate League on YouTube.
So why didn't you show up for your? Hey, he ran from the goddamn Owaski. That's the difference between you and I. I destroyed him. Gideon, did you run from Daryl Cosmine? Yes or no?
Man. No, bro. I canceled the debate because I'm not debating nobody who believe in the Owaski and they don't want me to talk about their book. Like, why would I do that, bro?
Wow. Wow. Now let me get him then. You sit back and let the master do it. Then just be quiet and watch. Get him up here. Hey, well, get this nigga up here.
Arguing with our Washington members is like circular argument.
Dude, it's not Dr. Strange, but he can't pull people on the chat, but they gotta expose him.
Be quiet, bro. You ran
Hold on, before we do that, he sent me a video to play. He sent me a video to play from the chat.
Running your mouth and ain't beating nobody. Ain't nobody know, bro. All that fucking video shit, nigga. No. A video play what?
Man,
then I said, I said they won. I said they won the Pro Bowl until I found out.
Hold on.
I just wasted. I'm cool with it.
Dan, you just gonna say you lost it, brother?
We didn't lose. Let's go. According to the audience, man. Let me see my screen. If I can say I beat Chicago because of the
somebody drunk uncle at a barbecue. What that is?
We lost because of the vote.
All right. Can I say too? I just real quick, I want to agree with JJ.
I didn't vote for y'all. Hey, I ain't gonna hear no loser. We lost this one. I'm cool with it.
Dan, you just gonna say you lost it, brother?
We didn't lose. Well, according to the audience, listen. If I can say I beat Chicago because of the voters poll, then I gotta say that we lost because of the voters.
All right. Can I say too? I just real quick, I want to agree with JJ.
I didn't vote for y'all. Hey, I ain't no sore loser.
All right, let me stop it.
I'm cool with it.
Okay. Daryl Cosmine has stepped on the panel to represent Creator Gang. Go ahead, Daryl. How you feeling today? Is anybody there? Can anybody hear me?
Nah,
we can hear you.
Okay.
Hey, my bad, right? Oh, my bad, my bad. Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. I think JJ's frozen. I'm gonna mute your mic, JJ. I'm gonna mute his mic until he figures it out. Go ahead, Daryl.
Hey, peace and light to the panel. How y'all doing? Everybody good?
Amazing. Thanks for asking.
Hey, much love to you. Hey, first and foremost, man, all praises to the ever-present Great Spirit, whose magnitude is incomprehensible and whose presence is everywhere. Look, I want to put that out there first. Hey, listen, Gideon, he's still up here?
I'm right here.
Why you playing games?
Bruh, I'm not about to bait you about your book and you don't want me to talk about your book.
Hey, listen to me. Listen.
Both of my hands behind my back.
For the whole,
while you swinging it.
Hey, listen, Gideon. For a whole couple years, I think it might have been a couple years. Listen, for a whole couple years, I sat back and I watched you join these channels, right? And I sat back and I listened to it and I let you get away with it, what you talking about that you ain't run from the debate, bruh. Listen, man. When we did the debate, I was the one coordinating. You the one that told JJ that you wasn't able to debate that night, the date that we set. After we you made that that you said that, I was the one coordinating with you in the background trying to make a second date, was I not?
Bro, we didn't coordinate for no second.
It's a yes or no, bro. It's a yes or no answer. I was in the bro, when you wasn't able to make the date, the day we were supposed to debate, we set a date. You said you couldn't make the date. I think it was like a day or two before the debate was supposed to happen. Did I not contact you and tell you? And I gave you like 3 days that I was available to do the debate. Did you or did you not choose a day?
I would have to go back and look at it. I don't.
Oh, now all of a sudden you got to go back and look at it, bro. Stop coming up on these channels talking about that I ran from the debate, bro. Don't do that. Please stop.
I never said that.
Stop.
Okay. Let me know when you finish so I can respond.
Go ahead.
Okay, listen, I want you to listen close because I don't want you to repeat what you just said because that's false, right? I never said you ran from a debate. Every time I say something, this is what I say. I say I am not debating no Owaspian and not able to talk about how ridiculous that book is. Some type of way, if I'm a debating a Waspian, I gotta beat your book up. But we're not gonna have a debate. We're not even gonna entertain a debate where I can't talk about your book, because that's what I'm here for, to talk about how foolish that book is.
Okay, okay. Now let's talk.
Say
Okay, so since you want to talk about how foolish the book is, talk about how foolish we use that same book to smash the Israelites, huh? Right. Talk about how we use that same book to smash Kemet, huh?
You have to
talk about how I use that same book. Talk about how I use that same book to go on multiple platforms to prove that your God is a demonic God, huh? Talk about how we use that book to show that people in your school of thought had answered yes. Even you answered yes, and we asked them if the God had asked them if they would kill their kid, would they kill their kid? Did you not see that? Huh? We got plenty of people on record saying that they would. We got him saying that he would do it. Huh? We got Captain Cesariak saying that he would do it, huh?
Right. Let me.
We got your other. What's your other boy? The dude from Japan. We got him on record saying that he would do it, huh? We got you on record. No, man. No. But listen. You want to talk about bro? You want to talk about how ridiculous the book is, bro? But you worship a God that would influence you to kill a child.
Keep that energy when JJ come up here.
Huh? What you mean keep that energy when JJ
right
come up
here? I just added him back to the panel.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Now, number one, bro. This ain't between me and JJ, bro. This is between me and you. I came up on here to holler at you, man, to shut you down.
Straight out the first quarter, looking for you, bro. Looking for any one of y'all, bro. Let me
cry for a minute, and then we'll get the clock out. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you right here, right now. You gonna get 3 minutes? I'm gonna get 3 minutes, nigga.
What you talking about, man?
Don't worry about me, bro. I don't got no smoke right now.
About OSP, and I'm gonna get him. I'm built for this, nigga. You in the same category as Gideon, man. You ain't finna go up here and do no better, because you was on the team with like 7 other 8 dudes, and you couldn't even smash us on Signetter. So what are you talking about, man? Hey, what are you doing here, man? You got a debate right
here. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? I ain't gonna sit here and debate you right now, man. You in the same category as Gideon is, man. You in the same category. You ain't finna do no better.
I ain't disrespecting Gideon, but why you crying? Y'all see him? Get the clock out.
Who crying, man? JJ.
He came in here looking for me. I ain't been looking for you, bro.
Man, but you sitting there. Listen, Gideon. Listen what I'm saying. Gideon. Listen what I'm saying. Gideon. Listen, Gideon. This is what I'm saying is, you came up on here yesterday and you kept making slick shots about Owaski. All right, but listen, your whole crew and you got smashed. Stop it. And that includes JJ 7000. Stop it.
Right, this man specifically came up here looking for you. Right.
These niggas have been in an Owaski situation in their life. They internet Owaski. Now start the fucking clock. I'll go first.
Start the clock. Everybody finna see it. Everybody see it. Be on a clock with you.
Come on, man. Bro, start the clock.
Yeah, all right, emotional. Hey, y'all keep crying, man. Love and light.
Daryl isn't debating right now. I've been talking to him. He said he's going to be coming back real soon, that he's working on something big. I'm happy he even popped up here. That surprised me. Shout out Daryl Cosman. Appreciate you, brother. You breaking up
these weak ass niggas on the start the clock.
He left, JJ. You got a delay though.
Okay, let me get him. Give me 3 minutes to get him. I'm gonna show you how they plagiarize some shit. How about that? Give me
just
3
go
minutes.
Ahead. You got 3 minutes. Go. You got 3 minutes. Go ahead.
All right, watch this now. Here are the names and titles that they got in their book that they got from everybody else. Jehovah are clearly derived from Jehovah or Yahweh, the covenant name of God in the Hebrew Bible, ladies and gentlemen. Now look at Owaski. They claim that Jehovah as the true creator, while biblical Jehovah is often depicted as a false god within Owaski narrative, but they got the name from him. All right, we got Christ, Krishna, the central figure in Christianity, is a recast as a powerful but ultimately false or lesser god. They take everybody gods and then they say that they're the lesser, right? You got Gabriel. They can't even come up with their own goddamn angels, y'all. You got Gabriel, Michael, Uriel, names of archangels directly from Judeo-Christian tradition. Reassign roles within the Osby angelic hierarchy. Let's go. They got Satan in the goddamn book, but they want to talk about the book. Huh? The adversary in Judeo-Christian theology is a prominent false god, a rebel angel in the Osby. They got Abraham. What you doing? What Abraham doing in your goddamn own book, man? A patriarchal figure mentioned but recontextualized within OIC's broader ancient history. Now, I ain't got no sources of reference to prove to Abraham a different story. Where y'all getting this from? You made it up. They got Moses in there, y'all. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. This is why you're scared. Daryl Cosmon. You talking about Yahweh a demon, but then you call on we're not gonna let you do a show on the Lionsden, nigga. Let's go. Moses. They got Moses in it. What Moses doing in there? I think that was original. Huh? You talking about you're faithists. Faithists are not Israelites, but that's what y'all spreading because you guys are, goddammit, internet OSPs. You don't know. Watch this, y'all. OSP presents a dramatically different, often critical account of Moses. We need to see the source of that. And the Exodus, yet uses the biblical figure. Why are we doing that? And you up here crying about it. You got Jesus hanging out with Tahuti, nigga. Huh? Elohim, a Hebrew name of God, plural in form, appears in OSP as a class of spiritual beings of gods. What, y'all can't come up with your own characters? Look at this. I mean, they got Adam and Eve in the Bible, and they OSP. Nigga, y'all some fucking plagiarizers. Look at it. The first human couple in Genesis, whose narrative is Respawn and OSP. You want some more, nigga? No, give me. He ain't no information. Tell him I'm gonna give him 5. Watch him. He ain't got shit to say. Where Daryl Kaufman? Since he ain't coming, let me get his 5 minutes. Let me get his 5 minutes. Let me get his 5 minutes. Creation story. OSP presents his own extensive creation narrative, the cosmology, but it addresses similar fundamentals, questions about the origins of Genesis. Hey, baby, close the door, because I'm beating this nigga up. Let me close. I ain't come here to pity pat, read books. Not Jay. He ain't like you. You want the real nigga? Hey, bro, you promised me a show, so we might well just segue to my show. We ain't got to start over. So I'm gonna beat the crap out of him, and he's not gonna come. None of them.
Put your receipts back up there, JJ. Put your receipts back up there.
Yeah, they ain't gotta be. I'm just gonna talk. He ain't got nothing.
Okay.
Then when it's time to get back, I have to put it on stage.
He left before you started.
Hey, if you was him trying to face a juggernaut like the Lionsden and JJ, you would run too. Why you run out the building? He thought I was gone. Yeah, I was talking all that mess. Huh? They have a great flood story, y'all, in this book. Right? I speak includes narratives from floods or destruction from other people's narrative, echoing the Noahic flood narrative. Look at it. Straight copycat. Well, what the building of the tower doing in OSP? I mean, what the hell going on, y'all? And then they tell you when you ask the question, read the OSP, you know. I already peeked in, nigga. OSP has a parallel narrative about humanity building structures to reach the heavens. Where'd that come from, y'all? Get them in here. I want to go back and forth for 3 hours, and you're gonna see who got the real information.
Yeah, they left, JJ. They not on it today. We're gonna have to set that up for another day.
You can scrap right quick.
Go ahead. You two got the floor.
The fallen angels. All of this. No, bro, you shouldn't have gave me what? I can't get the floor for 15 minutes?
Yeah, I just want you to have a good connection, though. You breaking up all over the place, and it's really ruining the content. You're not clear. Nobody can hear you.
Like
I'm
gonna call you.
Have a real bad delay in the echo.
Okay. Well, this is what we're gonna do for that. I'm gonna call you on Messenger, and you just hear my voice. I don't need to be up here. You'll hear my voice whooping this nigga ass. All right.
Okay, I can't share the screen. Call me on Messenger.
That'd be whack.
I guess. At least he's creative, though. I give him that. He figures something out.
Jail or something. Man.
Yeah, that's why he free. That's the funny thing. Yeah, I guess I'll, do him like IBM. Let him get on the phone.
Yeah, JJ crazy, man.
JJ, wow. Classic JJ, though, man. I'm not even tripping. I was about to say something, but then I'm like, I guess I'm part of the conscious community now. JJ wilding out on my channel. I guess that should be welcome. So, hey.
Suicide vest and all. Like, what's going on, man?
I'm excited for March 1st, man. How you feel about this?
I'm ready, man. Like I said, man, I'm not about to debate nobody about no Owaspy, and I can't talk about their Bible. Like, we not about to dance around the tulips like that. So big up to Cosmine for accepting the challenge. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing he be, you know. So yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I just got to give my presentation.
That's what's up. And some of the fastest, flyest graphics you ever seen made.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah, I definitely like that. You know, that's what it is.
Good looking, good looking. Before you even left the panel, that was done.
Yeah, man. Yeah. No suit and tie for me, man.
Yeah, Cosmo got the suit. He got Shorty fanning him with the big leaf.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, he's doing his thing. So it's all good. I'm ready, man. I'm just ready, bro. That's what it is. King J, you need to get you a debate going somewhere.
We got to get King J in the ring, man.
Some. You know,
he got something lined up. Don't you promote where you at? I don't care where it's at, man. I don't gatekeep, man.
Me and Asay got something coming up on side. We just waiting for him to set it up.
That's what's up, y'all. It's gonna be over on Side Netter channel. Man. Y'all make sure y'all check that out whenever that come up for sure. What's his name again? Who you debating?
Asay. You know, he one of the Bomb Squad members with Humble and God Energy in them.
That's what's up, man. Whenever that come up, it's gonna be on Side Netter channel. Make sure you check that out for sure.
But Gideon, real quick, I mean, to me, like it's so hard. I would never debate a Owaspy member because like the argument is just gonna be so circular, right? It's never anything that's gonna be, you know, like they're so easy to beat up. It's like, yeah. I mean, what are we really disproving here?
I mean, there's so many ways, like it's just not beneficial, man. Like whether you're looking at it from a spiritual standpoint or just, you know, applying it socially to black people, like, like man, it's just like, you know.
So let me ask you this, because it may be similar to debating a Gnostic, right? Because they believe in this divine revelation that, you know, is a personal experience. How are you going to go about handling that as far as determining if this person is actually having a divine experience or not?
Right. Well, I mean, that's a good question. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, the first thing you start with is the credibility of the person in question. Like, who is this person that's coming up with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is his overall mind state? Whereas when you look at the prophets and they're speaking, you know, we see that it's preserved, that it's spoken of in the name of the Most High. And a reason, my opinion, a reason why a lot of scholars the biblical text to the 7th century is because they see a lot of prophecies that were fulfilled. So they have to set those dates after those prophecies been fulfilled. So it makes it look like it was written retrospectively, whereas not, the prophecy wasn't prophesied. So when we looking at examples of that in the Torah versus what we see in the Owaspy, that alone, not even talking about the historical credibility that the Owaspy is giving us and what it is saying, it just doesn't even hold up to the text. Like they really don't, like the faithist movement, the spiritualist movement that we see in the 19th century. It's all built upon the Renaissance humanist ideal of pseudoness. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
So yeah, I say I want to make it to where, you know, the people can at least like have some type of enjoyment from it, because you know we're gonna do 3 rounds. So I just want to see the information that he brings, because like just like, even just like socially speaking, like even just like however you want to, you know, categorize yourself, like what do you see in that book that you can benefit from? Like, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Like it's crazy.
Hey, we got JJ7K on the phone through the Facebook call. I don't know if I'm the first person to ever do this, but let's see if this works. JJ, give a mic check and let's see if they can hear you.
Yeah, mic check, 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, they hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, man. Like I say, man, they're putting out a false narrative of this OSP and how they beat the Hebrews. Like, that is a lie. And everything that they brought up, I addressed or rebutted. So this book of OSP is created by a white racist psychopath dentist who has ties connected to Freemasons, ties to connection. They call themselves spiritualists and faithists. When this has nothing to do with the Hebrew Israelite, but these guys are running around here saying that they actually say that they are Hebrew Israelites. They actually think that their science in this book is real. So I'm gonna hit you in the helmet right now with your science. Let's start there. Let's start there with the flaws in science in this book. But I know you notice Cosmon and Daryl Cosmon and Selah Shalom and what's the other guy named Malachi Maccabee. They always on the attack of everybody else's spiritual beliefs. But this book right here didn't come out to the 1800s. There is no ancient scrolls. There is no Comedics dealing with this. No Macedonians. No people from the Levant. People from Kemet. None of that. So let's start right here. Let's get into this. So we're gonna disprove the science by bringing confirmed science with sources, reference, and peer-reviewed articles, answers with Chicago and New York style citations. That's how we do this, man. I wish I could come on and share my screen. All right. So here we go right here. So key scientific flaws in OSP's cosmology that they won't. Hey, can you please get them up here? I want to do a debate death match where you're gonna see who really got the real information. Why they run out the building? Up here trying to attack the young debaters. So let's go, y'all. Key scientific flaws in OSP cosmology. A detailed breakdown of the major scientific concepts in OSP and a modern scientific understanding that directly refutes them, right? General scientific principles and landmark discoveries, the established scientific theories and experiments that contradict OSP's claims. This is why he ran, y'all, right? So I will illustrate how you can construct strong rebuttals from the OSP's claim in modern science. I'm gonna show y'all, right? So here we go. Let's start off. Now you ever hear them and they being out there, put your vortexes up, put your water vortexes up. You know, all this. Oh. Can you hear me clear? So let's start there.
You're good.
Let's start there. All right. So one of the things. So listen. This is OSP science is larger a product of 19th century speculative physics and spiritual cosmology, largely predating and failing to incorporate major scientific revolutions. Get up here now. I dare you, Daryl Cosmon. You supposed to be the brains behind this. I'm gonna get you, right? Vortexian cosmology. You can see these guys up here, particularly Vortexian cosmology and luminarious ethers, right? See, 7,000 been in your book. That's why they ran out the building. OSP claimed the universe is filled with ether, that's luminous ethers and stars, planets, and even spiritual entities are formed sustained by rotating vortices within the ether. Gravity, light, and heat are explained through these eternal mechanisms. Excuse me. Modern science. Look at this A1. You better get these guys in here. It's gonna be brutal.
You silly.
Go ahead. Look, this is why they scared to debate me. It was a team debate.
Let me drop a bomb for you, man.
Drop a bomb.
There you go.
Yeah. Modern scientific rebuttals. It's these young bomb squads. Hey, pay attention to Uncle 7,000. This is how you get these pseudos, right? They mad at y'all. All these gatekeepers coming out trying to block these young fellas. Man, cut it out. We can't be here forever. In the shop. Let them do it.
What they trying to do to us?
Trying to block this. Unc West and trying to come against Bomb Squad. I trust me, I peek around. Unc West. And then you got two of the dumbest. OTK and Cosmo. OTK. Oh, I'm original Aboriginal. You mean tell me you ain't mixed with nothing? Where your tribes at? Where your culture? What language you had? Huh?
Shots fired. He's calling out OTK. I know OTK is looking for a debate over here.
He know it. He know it.
Let's make it happen.
It's gonna have to happen. Look at this, y'all. We gonna keep going, man. They would never come up here again once y'all get this information. They would never come up here again. Shout out to the Lionsden. Now look at this. Now, most scientific, but this concept of luminaries ether was definitely disproven. Then they got a genocentric modified genetic bias. OSP claims, while not strictly geocentric, OSP cosmology don't even know about this. They just picking and choosing what they want to teach. OSP cosmology heavily emphasized Earth's unique position, spiritual importance, and specific etherian fields. They claim it's like 1,500 different heavens, y'all. If you know what I'm saying, making stuff up. They got Tahuti and Jesus hanging out together. Come on, man, make that make sense. Hey, well, what you think about that? Tahuti and Jesus hanging out. You think that's possible?
I don't think that's possible. I got to read it to see if it's in there. I got to see what you're talking about.
That is crazy.
I already did. This is why they run. You see, you ran out the building.
In A1, if you got any one of them,
they got etherian fields influence.
Oh, hold on, JJ. Hold on 1 second, JJ. Somebody's trying to talk. I'm gonna let him.
If you got any one of them cosmons in the chat,
Beta, because somebody just come here and run their lips.
Nobody's running their lips. They're trying to ask a question for you, and I'm about to pass the question to you. So just hold on. They can hear everything you're saying. Hold on, JJ. You can't hear them, but I got you. Go ahead, Gideon.
Yeah, I just want to say, if there's any cosmons in the chat.
Nah, he won't ask a question after he done ran from you guys. Ain't that something?
They don't want hop up. Hold on, JJ, bro. I'm just trying to help you out. If there's any cosmons in the chat,
right now I'm in the battle,
and they not coming up.
Okay, I got it.
You need to kick them out, like straight up.
You got it.
Brother, hey, if you can let me know when I can jump on, but I'll wait for the other brothers to build. But just let me know if I can cook a little bit too. All right. So what's your name? What's your name, brother? Because I've never been to your channel before. The host of this channel. What's your name, brother? Yo, brother, can you hear me?
I don't think he can hear you. A1, can you hear the brother that's talking?
His name is A1. Okay, no. Shalom, Gideon, Shalom, JJ too. I don't think the brother can hear me. Yeah, I never been over to this brother channel. I was watching it on piggybacking off a JJ channel, and the brother told me to come in. You know, I just wanted to cook for a little bit, but this is crazy. So I can't believe that I agree with JJ on this, man. The OSP is straight garbage, man. You know, you had this guy. What was it? John Newborough. He published it in 1882. Hold on. And the crazy thing about it, man, like, if we so-called believe in the Most High, you know, I don't know. I know you do, Gideon, but you kind of off too. We had dive into that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But why would the Most High give it to a white racist man, and he is a traveling dentist? Like, you can't cook up another. You can't cook up another tale better than this. It said he was pseudo archaic. You know what I'm saying? And then if JJ is listening, because like I said, I agree with JJ on this. If JJ recall, I think in one of the Bible, well, not the Bible verses, but that OSP garbage, they talk about a people called the Drooks. And I think the Drooks are the so-called like black people. And it's racist as hell, man. They talk about them, persecuting them, beating them. Yeah.
But they describe them literally as black people.
Correct me, brother. Go ahead. I want to hear you.
That's a fact. And just even if you just like accept that stuff, man, they got to be some form of self-hate, just psychologically looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Let alone, like he said, the pseudo-archaic doctrine. Like
pseudo-archaic doctrine. Facts, Gideon. And the crazy thing about it, hold on, this is what's crazy. I don't know where Sailor Shalom is from. He sounds like he like a New York brother or something like that. But I'm from Chicago. Cosmon and all them brothers, they from freaking Detroit, man, right next door. You telling me these brothers from Detroit is following some freaking white man, a traveling dentist? I'm lost for words. I can't believe, like I said, brothers from out the hood too. Detroit at that. I'm like, I can't wrap my head around it. But like I said, man, the OSP is pure garbage. JJ was right. It's cosmology. Yeah, and I think that's where Cosmon get his name from. It's
they go by the
cosmology. Yeah,
it's
the creation of the it stands for the creation of a universe and planets.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, he's pseudo-archaic spiritual teachings. It said the so-called the new commandments and ethical guidelines for humanity. First of all, why would the Most High give out new commandments? He don't change. So like none of this makes sense. Like you can literally debunk the OSP and you can just break it down and tear it down to shreds so it falls and it collapses down on its own foundation because the OSP don't got no foundation. The guy was a freaking dentist.
That whole movement, that whole period was during a time when a lot of Europeans that was immigrants in America, they was doing a lot of homesteading, going west, bringing a common religion with them, like selling tablets that they like. A lot of them was like psychics and mediums and, you know, fooling a lot of people to follow them. And, you know, they go and make territories. And like, so that's the mind state and the worldview that person who freestyled that, who they accepted that freestyle wrote that book. That's his mind frame. Like he just was a con man, like straight up.
You know what, Gideon? You absolutely correct, because you just brought up a real good point. Like you said, there was Europeans that came up over here, and the thing is, they didn't have no work. So what did they do? They was cook. Remember, they was traveling. They'd be like on a stagecoach or a wagon, traveling from town to town, selling potions to people. Because John Newborough did that too. Yeah. Before he came up with the OSP, he was going from town to town. He was basically a charlatan.
Yeah, snake oil salesman, like you say, selling potions, snake oil
salesman. selling potions, telling people, "Oh yeah, you need me to pull your teeth and pay." And the thing is, before a person realized that he didn't jack them up, he off on the goddamn wagon, traveling to the next town to go cohorse and cahoots and fool people and rip them off for their money. This guy John Newborough is a straight charlatan and a scam, and anybody can just go back into the history and find that out. So you was absolutely right, Gideon. You was right, brother.
Yeah, it's just madness to even accept that doctrine. Like it don't even much hold up historically. Like it's crazy.
Hold on, I'm looking at this thing. It said the OSP. The text is characterized by its pseudo-archaic style and includes over 100 illusions.
Yeah.
Illusions? Yeah. You know, so basically this guy John Newborough, he took his charlatan and his scamming ways and published this garbage up in 1882. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he was basically he was mixing biblical text into all kind of like witchcraft and cosmology, spiritual teachings, fake historic accounts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't even know how. Now, you know, I am kind of one-sided too, because I'm an Israelite brother, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I don't understand how a black man could fall for some garbage like this, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know I probably sound crazy, because I know sometimes people would be like, well, you a black man, how could you fall for the Bible? You know, the Bible is our history. You know, that's my point. But that's another story. That's another topic. But sticking on this, though, the guy was a charlatan. His whole background is flawed. You know, his teachings is flawed, background flawed, charlatan, diving into witchcraft, taking people money, ripping them off, You know, he just wasn't a solid dude, man. This guy, you know, I want to say he probably had like anybody that can make this up. He probably had some type of mental health issue. I don't know, but you know.
Yeah. But see, that's the poison doctrine of Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Because, and when I say Christianity, I'm speaking of that the oppressors that they practice and that they teach. Like, because it gives you license to have no type of boundaries. You know what I'm saying? All of that, the Jehovah's Witness, the Latter-day Saints, the OASP, all of them is just sects of Europeans who unfortunately twisted the scripture to fit their own understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like that was prevalent during that time. And like you say, like how can a black person fall for that? Like it's crazy.
You know what, Gideon, you just hit the nail right on the head. You know, speaking of that, that's crazy because I grew up Muslim. Like I said, I'm from Chicago. I grew up Muslim. I went to the mosque on the south side off of Stony Island in the 80s. So and you could tell by my name, but even though, you know, I'm an Israelite brother, but you know, I don't want to name myself. So I just kept my, you know, my born name, Omar Muhammad. I grew up Muslim. And then when my parents divorced, my mother left my father, and me and my brother, you know, we went with my mother, and we were Jehovah's Witness at one point. And you know what these bastards did? They disfellowshipped my mother because my mother was studying like other kind of scriptures too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my mother was actually friends with Ben Amin and them brothers in a movement when they first left Chicago and went out to Israel, but then they booted them out of Israel. And I forgot the country they stayed in Africa for like 2 or 3 years until they got the sponsorship to actually go and then make their home up in Dimona. But you know, I you know, like I said, you know, I know a lot about a lot of these religions. I mean, you know, my grandmother from the South, she from Mississippi, so I go down there and visit. You know, she in the Baptist church, they out there yelling. And then, like I said, I remember I was out there selling freaking bean pies for the Nation of Islam in Chicago. Like I said, then I dived into a little bit, you know, with my moms, once they broke up or whatever, to the Jehovah's Witness. And yeah, man, you know, I had a real deep and good journey, man, you know, but you know, I found the truth. And you know, I just want to be genuine on how I talk too. You know, I do side with the UPK brothers, though. You know, I ain't gonna sit here and, you know, be disingenuous. I side with the UPK brothers. So, you know, my ideology is more towards what they would call a One West so-called doctrine. And I heard you before, Gideon. I know you don't really get down with the One West doctrine, but you know, I'm always respectful. I tried to build with JJ the other day. You know, we was going back and forth, and he was being a little bit unfair. You know, we jousted a little bit, and you know, but you know, I gotta apologize to the brother JJ. You know, I was on his platform. I apologize. You know, for going in, but you know, I just want the brother to be more fair too up on his joint. But I do agree with you and JJ on this specific topic about the OASP. But I'm gonna let you cook, Gideon. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But I you know, like I said, Shalom, I ran across you before, you know what I'm saying? And it's
Shalom.
Yeah, it's always been respectful. And my thing with the camps is, you know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of, you know, because just the information and just the logic and the validity of it. Like it just really didn't add up to me. It really still don't. I know a lot of good brothers that's in the camps. Like I say, like, you know, those are some of the most fervent brothers we got. You know what I'm saying? But it's just my opinion. I think that doctrine, man, like, you know, the budget the FBI have for COINTELPRO, bro, I'm quite sure is in the millions. So, you know, like not even speaking about the internet that they putting on, you know, the people they putting amongst us. But back then, you know what I'm saying, they playing chess. Like, so I think that doctrine, bro, I think it's COINTELPRO, bro. Like it just don't add up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if I can just break down just in several of them. You know what I'm saying?
So I respect your opinion, but respectfully, brother Gideon, I highly disagree with you. A good backdrop so people can know where I'm coming from. So how I ran into UPK, right, and start rocking with them brothers. I used to be infatuated with Kemet. I was a straight Kemet lover. Boy, did I love Kemet, because I remember back when I was in grade school, I was doing essays and they kept saying Egypt, Egypt, Egypt. And I was like, nah, I think post Egypt, it was Kemet, right? So I was just like super fascinated with it. And then I ran into Sonetta Channel and I was loving all them. But I said, man, I love this stuff. Man, Captain came on there one time, Captain Tazariak, man. And you know what? The crazy thing, I remember I was laughing at him. I was like, who is this nigga dressed up like a Power Ranger? I'm like, who is these? But like I said, I remember because the Israelite brothers, they got a strong presence in Chicago. And I always seen them too up in Chicago. Like I said, my mother was friends with Ben Amin and them and stuff like that. So I knew a little bit about the Israelites, but I was like, and it was like, oh yeah, this one West doctrine and and I was like, yo, I hope these Kemetic brothers tear him up. And you know what I come to find out, man? Like the way Captain Tazariak, like the way he articulated and he handled himself, it was like he put he put belt to ass on them niggas, man. And then I was looking up. I'm like, man, this dude don't know what he's talking about. Let me go look at some of these scriptures on what he's talking about. And the thing is when I dived up into it, I started looking for myself, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I think this brother might be right. So I started listening to him and following him. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I told JJ and the other brothers the other day, I'm not official UPK, but like I said, I highly side with him. It's just like my spirit resonate with them brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I consider them brothers to be good brothers, man. Pretty solid brothers.
Hey, like I said, there's a lot of good brothers that's in that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, like when you just look at it, like not even like for instance, let me see, like if they was to say that a big problem I have, like out of the 12 tribes, 8 of them is what we would call Latin people. So if you're like historically that don't match up, but then we're leaving one place where we're the minority, and when we're getting salvation, we're going to a place where we're eternally going to be a minority, because Latin people and black people are different. I don't like however a person want to cut it, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we did father a lot of Latin peoples, but for the most part, they're like indigenous to the Caribbean, and you know what I'm saying, children of Spaniards, and you know what I'm saying. So like that was a big problem with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got this guy next to you, you know what I'm saying, looking like El Scarface, and he's talking to like black women, like because I know the history. I know historically, like we cannot be the same people. So like that's one of the big things that I seen that they introduce, like, you know what I'm saying, to divide us, like, you know what I'm saying. Then with the African thing, like, you know what I'm saying. So there's a lot of things, bro. Like, a lot of things.
No. So I respect your outlook on that, Gideon, but you absolutely wrong, brother. And this is why. I noticed a key thing that you said. You said a Latin people. I say a so-called Latin people, because here's the thing here. If you from a bloodline of a Spaniard, I agree with you on that point. But when the Spaniards came over there to them to those lands, it was already niggas and it was indigenous Taino and Arawak Indians up over there at that. So here's the thing here, but let's really dive into this subject and look at it. The thing is, even if Spaniards came over there, the conquistador came up over there, went into the interiors of those lands, beat them down, enslaved them, put them in bondage. That don't mean that the Arawak and the Taino, the native people of that line, they bloodline got erased. So my thing is, if you come from an Arawak, Aztec, Mayan, Taino, native indigenous people of those lands, if you come from that stock, that lineage, then you are Israel. That's my view. That's my view on it. But you can go ahead and cook too, because I want to hear the rest of your outlook on that, Brother Gideon.
Omar, do you come to that conclusion based off of a prophecy or some sort of actual migration pattern?
Who is this talking? Respectfully. Oh, King J, you be the brother on Sinetta channel, right?
Sometimes, yeah, I fuck with Saw for sure.
Okay. So shalom to you and respect.
Shalom.
So this is how I appreciate that, brother. Thank you. So this is where I came up from because, like I said, I didn't believe in that. Well, I don't want to call it garbage now because it's what I believe in, but I used to call it garbage because I didn't believe in it. I said, man, ain't no way how the hell they gonna be the children of Israel. The thing is, I want to say after the Persian, I think it was the Persian captivity, those certain tribes, Reuben and a few other ones, had left and they went into the land of Osirik.
Wait. Let's stop right there. So you talking about Azareth, and you talking about
how
they're supposed to walk through, into
No, King J. If you read the scripture, they said that they sailed on ships. They didn't walk. They sailed on ships.
To Azareth?
We can pull up that. Yeah, we can pull up that scripture and take a look at it.
And that's a non-canonical source, right?
No. I'm gonna correct myself. My bad, King J. It didn't say they came by ships. It said that
they walked.
Nah, it said that they came over water. Oh man, my computer. Can you pull it up?
I'm familiar with the story. Do you want to source the book that it's coming from? Because I forget it. Is it not? It's not the book of Jasher.
I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna try to grab it, man. No, it's not Jasher. It's not Jasher. I don't.
It would be second.
Well,
it's who?
I think so. Yeah. I don't take Jasher to be scriptorial because it don't line up. It don't line up with biblical text prophecy. Correlating to that. But even if you just go back into the history of the Israelites, it said that the people was of the sand of the sea. And even when you look in scriptures, Israelites had nappy hair like wool, and some Israelites had goat hair straight. So the thing about it, the tribes of Israel can produce different looking people. But at the end of the day, you base it upon the seed of the father. Because if you remember back in the story in Egypt, when they was going to war, they weren't beating up the women and doing that to them. They was trying to wipe out the bloodline because every people or culture going back, into antiquity, always win by the seed of the father. I want to say matrilineal, correct me. Is it patrilineal or matrilineal? Through the seed of the man.
Patrilineal.
Thank you. Thank you for correcting me. Patrilineal. Yeah. So, but no. I want to hear you cook though, King J. Go ahead, brother.
I was waiting for you to give me more about Azareth. So I was just asking you, like, where did you come with this? So it sounds like you subscribe to like a 12 tribe chart or something of that nature.
I do.
Yeah. So I mean.
Yeah, that's just kind of hard to prove, man, and that's why I kind of like, fell off from the camp doctrine because, like, when you're looking at it, it's just kind of this is what I say when I'm saying about the Israelites. I say that the Israelites in their origin are what we call sub-Saharan black people. So with that being said, logically speaking and thinking, an Israelite can be any color, especially today. You know what I'm saying? So for the camps to say that, you know what I'm saying, every Latino is an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the history doesn't speak to that, because it's a lot of sources that speak to black Israelites in the Caribbean as a, you know, being amongst the indigenous population. You know what I'm saying? So,
Brother Gideon, you making huge mistakes because if you notice how you talking, like your wordage, you keep saying every Latino. They never said every Latino is an Israelite. They don't say that. They said specifically, if you come from the indigenous people, the Arawak Indians, the Tainos, the Aztecas, the Mayans, if you come from that lineage, father, passed down, then you are an Israelite. A Spaniard, if a Spaniard man come over, come up, into this land, into the interiors and do that, they wouldn't be considered Israelites. So Gideon, I think you should use better wordage, because you said every.
Okay, right. Nah,
them brothers never said every. They never said that. And so, I just want to speak truth. But no, go ahead, Gideon. My bad. Go ahead, brother.
No, and you're right to be more specific, and you actually said some names. And what I would say is, like, I have not ran across it. No history saying that the Aztecs, the Mayans, or even what we call sub-Saharan Negro types, let alone like from the Israelite nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a totally different history. You know what I'm saying? From the mound builders in Louisiana to the Aztecs and the people from the Honduras, like the Yucatan. Mm-hmm. So
the Yucatan Peninsula.
Yeah, you just taking on a whole bunch of history and trying to say, like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So on my real quick, do you have any contention with Joseph Adams and his story? Because it seems as if you would subscribe to something like that, right? So when we ask how did they get here, would you say the 70 AD?
Joseph Adams ain't Joseph Adams the Mormon?
Yes. And so the story behind
absolutely not. But go ahead, brother.
Okay, because his story is that he found those gold plates, and upon reading them, it says that they came from the Native Americans are basically Hebrew Israelites, and they came over after the Second Temple destruction, 70 AD. That's the Mormon story behind those plates that he discovered, right? Is that Native Americans are actually Hebrew Israelites. So I didn't know if you probably knew about
they
that.
Are. Yeah. So I'll dive into it.
Can you give us a primary source, or say, hey, this point in period of time, the Israelites, because the Arzareth that you mentioned, it comes from Second Esdras, and it just mentions, I think it says like Eret something, a faraway land, right? And so it has to deal with the Assyrian disbursement, right? So
the Assyrian captivity,
and that's going to be around like 732 BC. So, but that's a far time from 70 AD, right? And so we know where we know where the Assyrians dispersed those Hebrews to. They went to Hala, Medes, and Goshen, right? It literally lists
not all of them, some of them.
And then when Darius comes back, he sends Ezra back, right?
Yeah, you got a point.
No, but I'm just asking. No, I'm not even debating. I'm just asking where.
No, I know, brother.
According to your theory, where would they have left and came to America? Like what point in time?
So, King J, yes. You was off, brother. You said the Assyrian disbursement in 70 AD. It wasn't.
I said 732 BC. I said 70 AD
No,
is the second temple.
No. 587, brother. 587.
That's the second. That's Judah. So you got to remember the first disbursement was the Northern Kingdom, and that's in the 700s, brother. That's the fact. The 500 date is the kingdom of Judah. Like, I'm very familiar with this topic and subject, but I'm really just asking a question, but you're not answering the question. You're going to.
Can I read it?
I just really want you to answer the question. Like, do you have a source, brother, that shows?
I'll read it.
Or a theory. I just want to get your theory behind it.
I'll read it.
Read what?
The Assyrian captivity dispersion refers to the mass deportation of the Israelite nation from the kingdom of Israel to Assyrian Empire. The event began. I'm getting to it. The event began immediately after Assyrian conquest of Israel, overseen by King Tiglath-Pileser III and Shalmaneser the fifth. The captives known as the 10 lost tribes. These ain't all 12. These was the 10. Let me continue. Where they resettled various parts of the Assyrian Empire in the kingdom back to the kingdom of Judah, the sole Israelite kingdom, until the Babylonian siege of Jerusalem in 587 BC, resulting in the Babylonian captivity of the Israelite people. Only the 10 tribes, the Assyrian captivity victims, known as the 10 lost tribes in Judah, left the sole Israelite kingdom and went to the 10 went to the land of Azareth.
Brother, you made that up.
So that's just a little bit right there. That's a little bit right there.
Okay, so I just want to clear up where you got it wrong, right? So when I said, brother, there's two disbursements. One is the Northern Kingdom and one is the Kingdom of Judah. You read the Kingdom of Judah, right? So I asked you the date. I don't know what's the problem. So the Northern Kingdom of Israel refers to the Kingdom of Israel, also known as Samaria, and the 10 tribes, was conquered by a population dispersed by the Neo-Assyrian Empire. Date of conquest. I said
that's the Babylonian captivity.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. I said 732.
My bad, KJ. My bad, brother.
Let me speak. I said 732. I was mistaken. It was 722 BC. So under the kings, under the Assyrian kings, Shalimar the fifth and Sargon the second. So it says this dispersal, such as Hala and Medes and Goshen. This is where they were sent to, the 10 tribes. So it says in contrast to the southern kingdom of Judah, which wasn't invaded to 587, 586 BC. So when I'm giving you the dates, brother, and you're acting like I said something wrong, you just weren't aware. So it's two different disbursements, brother. It's not just one.
Brother, I know there's two different disbursements.
So why did you argue with me when I said 732 BC?
Because the first disposition, the first disposition was the Assyrian Empire. The second one was the Babylonian Empire. So yeah, I agree with you, brother.
I said the Assyrian disbursement, 732 BC. You said no, it's 500 something.
587.
No, the Assyrians are 722 BC, and they dispersed the northern kingdom to Hala, Goshen, and Medes. That happened at 722 BC, not 586. Can we agree to that?
I agree with that. But here's the thing here. Low key, the Assyrians and the Babylonians are the same goddamn stock, though, at the end of the day, man.
They're not the same. It's not the same empire, and it's not the same time period.
No.
Even then with your logic, brother. Even then with your logic, brother. Even then, the Persians come along and send them back. So you're not even making sense.
You got loads of them. You have the Persian captivity, the Babylonian captivity, and you have the Assyrian captivity.
I think his question is, how do they get to the Americas? Because
that was the only question.
That seems like a fringe theory.
Brother, I already answered that.
What was your answer?
What was the answer? I'm sorry, I jumped on it.
I said after the second expulsion.
After the second expulsion, how did they get to America?
King J was part. He was. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry to cut you off, brother. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother. I apologize. I think I'm talking too fast.
No, I
Well, no,
apologize for
he's
cutting you off,
asking the
brother.
same questions that I asked you, Omar, because you didn't answer the question. So when I gave you the second Esdras that talked about Arzareth, that is the first Assyrian disbursement. That's the 722 date. So I'm asking you from that date, how did they get to Arzareth? I'm just asking you your theory. Like,
let me pull up the scripture. Hold on. I got you.
Quite frankly, Ozarist
I got you, brother. I got
an
you.
identifiable place. So this is speculation.
Yeah, but I'm just entertaining his logic because I just want to see how far he started through.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, brother. No, y'all can keep cooking. I want to hear y'all cook too while I pull this up right quick. Go ahead, brothers.
Well, I'm just waiting for your answer because I'm just trying to figure out how did you get them here?
I'm pulling it up.
Okay.
Well,
go to second Esdras. Go to second Esdras, and you'll find the word Aretz, Akaretz, and it means another land. So the journey was stated to take a year and a half to reach the land. So that's according to the narrative. So I'm just giving you some input.
I got you, King J. Hold on, brother.
When the Assyrians deported the Israelite population, they didn't deport all of the people. Israel Finkelstein estimates like about 40% or 20%, which is the elite class of Samaria, which is the capital of Israel at the time. And they deported them for reasons that they deported other elite class within other kingdoms, is because the Judeans were good with finances. What's his name? Ashurbanipal put him in his government to work in the government.
Well, I don't think it was just because they were good with finance. I think that was just their policy to repopulate. So they would take them and then they would repopulate and place them into lands amongst their enemies, so that
that's what it says. That's what it says, King J. Because they were in control. In a sense, they were in control of the trade routes because that's where their territory lied. So that's why they're client kingdoms. That's why they were puppet kings. Because
their location is like a cushion, like they're in between. Yeah.
And that is a historical
I'm sorry,
fact.
brother.
I mean, it might sound like a thing to.
No, it doesn't at all, because like you say, once they took them, they repopulated the land with their own people and different people from different nations. So so when Ezra comes back, that population that he's
but it
go ahead, you cut off.
No, you go ahead. You talking about Ezra?
Yeah, I was saying that population that they encountered, that Sumerian population, that population that didn't have a priesthood, right? Because the priesthood was sent off, so they didn't even know how to worship. They didn't even know how to worship the God correctly, right? So I think that was part of the reason why they were actually sent back, right? So they wanted to help rebuild the temple, right? And they were told no. They went told to Cyrus or went told Darius. Darius goes and looks it up and say, yeah, there's an edict that Cyrus decreed. Matter of fact, help them build it, and the money they're supposed to give us, give it to them. So you know what I'm saying? There's a distinction in between the people who came back and the original population, that Sumerian population that was still there. I definitely would make a distinction.
That's fine. This is according to the narrative. So there will be like differences in the historical record, but yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So when we talk about the Samaritan Pentateuch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that dated like 100 BC, 200 BC?
Yeah, well, that's a late text. Actually, it's a compilation of various different texts. It's not one strenuous text.
Right. So I don't know. I just feel as if the Judean tribes are the real, like, that's who you want to be. You want to be a Jew. You want to be from Judah.
That's who they want to be. Yeah, that's definitely who they want.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had to say, like, I want to draw my lineage, I'm trying to draw my lineage from Judah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what they're doing. They're not really trying to claim Israel. The only reason they claim Israel is because of the biblical text and the relationship that it has with Israel. But this is a Jewish text. This is a Judean text. This is a Judite text for the most part.
The Torah, or you mean the prophets?
The text, the biblical text, the
entire biblical text.
Yeah.
Well, what I would say it's not Judean because these texts.
I don't know why you would disagree, King J. That's the consensus.
Because these texts existed in Ugaritic myth, Elamite myth.
You said, okay, you're talking about mythology. Now you're talking about.
Well, I'm talking about the mythos. The mythos that's in the. Well, I'm talking about like the hero mythos, like the resurrection cults. We see the hero, the 3-day, you know what I'm saying? Like those things that we already see established within the region that are a part of certain cultures' mythos that we find in the Bible. Sumerian texts and cuneiform, the book of Daniel we find in there, like all those stories. I would say all the stories pre-Iron Age are mythos stories from other cultures. We don't have a Judah until what, 800? When do we have Judah?
We don't have an established Judite kingdom until about like the 7th, 8th century, late 7th century, early 7th century, late 8th century. Sorry.
Yeah, so they're not plagiarizing text. They're just
sharing. I don't have those conversations. I don't see the value. I don't see the value in those conversations because that's not how you should see the text, as plagiarism from other ancient texts or other ancient stories. These people are related in ways that we are still learning to understand, and their relationship to each other, like through trade and through just a similar shared culture. Stories travel, like. And and if we think about it, think about this. If we think about it, think about the Epic of Gilgamesh. People don't realize how popular that story was in the ancient world. We have Hittite variants of the Epic of Gilgamesh. It was used in scribal schools all throughout the Levantine area. That's how popular. It's so popular. I'm gonna give people a little treat. If you go into the Book of Giants, right? It mentions Gilgamesh and Hubaba. These are Sumerian deities. Gilgamesh is from that epic. What is it?
Atrahasis,
yeah. And Hubaba is a Mesopotamian deity. And when you look at it like that, it is so interesting because you can see now that how popular these stories were and how it could have possibly later on developed into these traditions. Like most scholars, like John Day, he thinks that the Gilgamesh narrative is a polemic. I mean, the biblical narrative, the Noah, the flood narrative is a polemic against these Mesopotamian texts and these traditions that were floating around. So that's an interesting thing to think about. But that's how I see it when I think about plagiarism. I don't see it as like that.
No, me neither. Definitely not a plagiarism. So, and far as like even linguistically, when we look at the lexicons, right, they share the same lexicon. Like, so what is it with the Canaanite pantheon and lexicon that whereas we see them speaking similar vernaculars, like for instance, the Ugaritic is just the same as the Hebrew. They're all Northwest Semitic languages, and even so it's just like one big. Like you can read the Moabite text, the Mishnah Stella, if you know Hebrew, even though it's not written in Hebrew. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I kind of see it like this. Since we're on this topic of deportation, like the Assyrians and the Babylonians, probably one of the most recognized, empire to do these practices. We don't really see any historical data for Egypt doing these massive deportations and then you get to later on during the Greek and Roman periods where they start to revive these practices. But Tiglath-Pileser, he did during that time, they did two-way deportations where, like you said, King J, they would uproot a people from their land and replace them with a different, and it created what we call a melting pot of culture. So when I hear Israelites talk, these Hebrew Israelites talk about, bloodline and culture and identity, about, like, you don't know.
There's no way.
These people are heavily mixed and shared, for a long time before you even get to the Roman period, to even say 70 AD. Like, John Hyrcanus, he force converted Edomites to Judaism, or well, quote unquote Judaism, whatever that was at the time. So you don't know the bloodline, all that stuff is nonsense. That they talking strictly from a biblical perspective, because that just doesn't match the historical record. These people are, you don't know who's who unless they claim an identity. So yeah,
it's all mixed up for real.
Where that brother go, man? Where that brother?
I got your answer, King J. I'm here.
Go ahead, brother. We was waiting on you.
All right, thank you. No. I was listening to y'all brothers cook too. I was pulling up this information. So what we gonna do right quick? We gonna go to 2nd Esdras. It's chapter 13, verse 40. Okay. Verbatim. So those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea, the king, who Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, led away the captive. He carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took unto his counsel that they would leave in a multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. So that's my thing. So do I have a scholar's firsthand source? That can be argued, but the thing is, I hold scripture over anything.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, right?
Evidence right there.
Let's talk about your evidence. So when we're talking about the Syrians and they're deporting the Israelites from Samaria, right? So it says they are sent to Hala, Goshen, and Medes, right? So what would the river be that you would, if it said they were taking over a river, right? And keep in mind the Euphrates is right there.
No. It said over waters.
Waters. The Euphrates is right there.
King J.
Yes.
Let's go back to it.
We can talk about the Red Sea. We can talk about the Jordan River. So these are the rivers that they would have to be taken from Samaria to get to Babylon.
To carry somebody over a river, they just would have said, "Oh, carry him over the river," or carry him over something in that context. This specifically says carry them over. See, here. This is what I want you to focus on.
Let's identify the river.
King J. I'm gonna read it verbatim again.
Yes.
The context. He carried them over the waters.
Okay.
Rivers not used.
Let's identify the waters.
King J, just let me finish, and then we'll identify it. He carried them over the waters, and so came they. Here's the key. Here's the key in the context. Into another land where never mankind dwelt. So the thing is, you said carry him over the Euphrates. So if you go over the Euphrates, was mankind there?
Well,
yes.
Wait. They were sent to hold on. They were sent to Hala, Goshen, and Medes. Now we would have to go and look to see.
That's where mankind dwelt,
brother. We don't know if those lands were inhabited yet.
God.
So I'm asking you, brother. I'm asking you. So look, the starting point is Samaria.
Go ahead, King J.
And they're being sent over waters where no man has dwelt before. So I'm suggesting that body of water was probably the Euphrates River, right? So I'm entertaining your logic. So let's say they were sent to Hala, Goshen, and Medes, right? Where did they go from there?
All of them.
Huh?
King J, brother. King J, respectfully. Not that. Hold on. When you said where? Goshen and Medes?
Hala and Medes.
Hala and Medes. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing here, King J.
That's what the text says.
But does it say all? Does it say all of them was sent there?
No, we're not arguing about all. The conversation is about the location.
I know we're not arguing about all because
the conversation is about the location of Arzareth. That's the only thing we're talking about right now. So all I'm asking you is that how did they get there? Where's Arzareth is at? Where did they go from?
So go ahead, King J. My bad, brother.
You're suggesting Arzareth is America.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just simply asking you. So if they were carried, you suggesting they were carried over waters? You saying by boat?
Yes.
Okay,
boat, ship.
It doesn't say that.
Yes. I agree. It don't say that. Let's go back to the text. He carried them over the waters. So
who carries them over? The Assyrians?
King J.
I'm just being.
If we go back into antiquity, how would somebody get carried over water? You ain't gonna walk over it. And here's my other key point, because I asked you a question too. You didn't answer my question. Okay, my question was because it says where mankind never dwelt. Mm-hmm. You said they went into me. Where else?
Hala and Goshen.
Okay, so here's my question to you. Here's my question to you.
The world was their neighborhood.
But this is my question to King J. Was there people there?
I'm not sure. I can look.
My God, King J.
I can look that up,
brother. Please, brother.
I can look it up.
People where?
Brother.
Where they were dispersed to in the lands of Hala, Medes, and Goshen. He's asking where those lands are.
Listen, King J, where mankind never dwelt. So my question again, was there people in Medes and Goshen and that other place you said? Was there people there?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. That's my point. Thank you. Of course, because I know who the Medes are. I know who the people of Goshen is. It was people there.
So where? So you're saying this scripture says where mankind never dwelled. Listen. You got to that part, King J. Omar, listen. According to your logic, the Bible says they were sent to Hala, Medes, and Goshen. So you're suggesting that they were sent there, but at the same time, on some boats, the same people sent a different group across to America?
Yes. And you know how I come up with that answer?
Okay.
Yes. How I come up with that answer. Yeah, they sent some of the Israelites to those other places you said. It wasn't all the Israelites.
So that would mean the Assyrians had knowledge of America, right?
That would assume that the Assyrians had knowledge of America to ship Israelites to America. That does just makes that's nonsense,
though. So let's get back to this scripture.
Just question, Omar, question.
The king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried. So I don't think that's speaking directly like Shalmaneser, the king of Assyria, actually jumped on the boat and took him over there. No, what he did, he let him go. And he wrote the creed to give them their freedom to get the hell up out of here and go wherever they wanted to go. Like you said, though, King J, you are partially right. Some of them did go into those other lands, but there were a few dispersed that went on boats that came into the lands of Israel, aka the so-called Americas. That's my argument.
You making that up though, brother? That's
I'm not making that up.
That's conjecture, because you are saying that this term Arzareth is the Americas. So we just have to accept what you're saying with no evidence.
Here's my evidence. So, like I said,
like why? What? It just doesn't make sense. The Americas,
it does make sense,
any other place,
brother, you agree?
And then he didn't read the passage, right? So it says, but they took counsel among
I got it.
themselves.
Go ahead,
The
King
multitude
I
of the
did
heathen
read the whole
go forth
passage.
into a further country which man never dealt, that they might keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates.
No, pull up the KJV, man.
I'm reading.
I already know what you're doing. You ain't reading.
Brother, I'm reading what it said. It says, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. So this is
man. Look, King J, what I'm reading, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took the counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen. So, like I said, a multitude. So that means,
brother, right here. When I asked you,
you're partially right.
Brother, hold on. When I talk about this,
you're partially right.
No, brother. When I asked you about the river that they were carried over, I suggested it was the Euphrates, and that's what it says right here. So it says
it can't be the.
Why can't it? Brother, listen. According to the scripture, this text right here, it says they were carried over the Euphrates first, and from there, they traveled a year and a half. So you're not even reading the whole journey, the whole thing. It says for those.
Hey, hold on, King J.
Hold on. I'm reading.
And go forth into a further country where mankind never dwelt. So the other brother said that I was correct because
it's suggesting they're walking.
Brother. You specifically said they went into Mead. You said Mead. Where else? Goshen. Where else?
Listen.
They did, King J. I partially agree with you, but the thing is, I'm saying that there was a remnant of people. There was a remnant of people that came over here. So you are partially right.
You're not
some of them did go there.
Where does it say that?
You're not dealing with the scripture. King J.
Let me reread it again.
Where mankind never dwelt. So the part that you got to deal with, King J, this specifically says where mankind never dwelt. So the question was people in Mead? Was people in Goshen? Was people in that other place? And the answer is yes. Okay, so you have to stick to the scripture where mankind never dwelt. Come on, King J. You know what, King J? King J, I'm gonna let you go. Respectfully.
First Chronicles.
No. Real quick, King J. You don't have to agree with my standpoint, but I I want you to at least say I can understand where you're coming from.
Because you're not articulating yourself correctly.
Mankind never dwelt.
And you're not answering the question. So listen, let's read the scripture and come up with some common sense. So it says, the journey to Nazareth.
Other brother agree with me. Go ahead, King J.
Bro, I just want to read it and come in. So it says, the journey to Nazareth, the hidden land. This is the specific text from the Apocrypha that describes the decision to leave those populated areas for an uninhabited land. So they left a populated area for an uninhabited land. So for those, Ezra's, 2nd Ezra 13, 40 through 45, it's in the King James Version. It says, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Osea the king, whom Salmanar, or whatever it's pronounced, the king of Assyria, led away captive. Salmanazar. The king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters. So the king of Assyria carried them over the waters into their new land. But they took counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where man never dwelt. So let's stop right there. So where Salmanazar took them, it was populated. They, according to the text, they decide to go further where mankind never dwelt. So when you're saying was Hala, Medes and goes and populated, yes, it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be unpopulated.
Conversation over. Shalom. Conversation over. Shalom.
Oh,
it's
snap.
over. It's over.
Gentlemen.
Shalom. Yo, King J, you just unalived your own self.
Brother, you just unalived yourself.
Brother.
I'm reading the text.
I let you cook where mankind never dwelt. You yourself.
That's where they want to go. From the country they're at.
Brother.
From the country they're at, they're wanting to go to somewhere that they've never dwelt.
Was people in Goshen?
Yes.
Was people in
Mead? Yes.
Mead? Was people in Mead?
Yes.
What's that third place you said again?
Goshen, Hala, Mead. That's where they were sent.
In Hala. Well, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Was people in Hala?
Yes.
Okay. Where mankind never dwelt. Shalom.
That's not what the text says.
Based upon scripture.
Brother,
based upon scripture.
You made that up, brother.
No, this conversation's over. This conversation is over, King J.
Yeah, because you daggered yourself.
No, mankind never dwelt. You yourself just said people dwelt in those three places. So
right.
Based upon scripture,
brother Omar, according to the scripture, they're supposed to be there. Based
upon scripture.
Brother, I'm reading 2nd Esdras 41. It says, but they took count, brother. Let me read the scripture without cutting me off. Because the scripture cuts you. It says, verse 41, it says, but they took this counsel among themselves. So what does that mean? It means that they sat amongst themselves and made a decision. What was the decision? That they would leave.
Out where they was going to go.
That they would leave. So where are they at?
Brother, keep going.
Where are they at right now?
Keep going, King J.
They are in Hala, Mead, and Goshen right now.
Gentlemen, I'm going to have to close out. Can you guys do closing remarks?
Okay,
it's on you, King J.
Appreciate it.
I got a show coming up.
So we're just having a discussion about the Ezra. So when it talks about the mixed multitude and where they were sent to, it says they were sent to Hala, Goshen, and Mead. 41 says, but they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country. So they're deciding at this point they're going to leave Hala, Goshen, and Medes, and they're going to go further into a country that where man has never dwelt. That's what this says. It doesn't say that the Syrians took them from Samaria and took them straight from Samaria to Azareth. It does not say that. It says they were taken to Hala, Goshen, and Medes, and from that point on, they made the decision to leave and go into a further country where never mankind has dwelt, and they walked. I end with that.
Looking out, King J, you know what I'm saying? You know, respectfully, the thing is, on my closing statement, I'm looking at it from your lens, and you know what? It kind of makes sense from your lens, but this is where you fall short. You, brother, what you just said, and this audience heard you. You said that they walked. You unalived yourself right there. Carry them over the waters. You just said that they walked. That's body bag number one. Body bag number two, where mankind never dwelt. So they had to go into a land to where it wasn't no people. So I think if to the audience, if you look at it from my lens, specifically scriptorial, they didn't walk. They were carried over the waters. You don't walk over no large body of water. That point's dead. Point number two, where mankind never dwelt. So it couldn't be no people there. So, you know, respectfully, King J, his whole argument fell apart. And the reason why his argument fell apart, I'm specifically talking, this is key, specifically talking scriptorial. And I'll land with that. Shout out to your platform, brother, for inviting me on. Shout out to King J too, because even though I can respectfully disagree with my brother, we are brothers at the end of the day, and I still got respect for my brothers. So much love, man.
This Saturday, the Coliseum opens. 2 intellectual warriors, 1 explosive.
I was muted. You couldn't even hear me. I said appreciate you two gentlemen. Oh yeah, I dropped off. I'm sure I'll catch them later. Appreciate you two gentlemen. Have a show coming up with Roy Chess in about 15 minutes. Make sure you check that out. We have a face-off tonight as well. But this Saturday, one you're not going to want to miss.
This Saturday, the Coliseum opens. Two intellectual warriors, one explosive question, no place to hide. Honey Clark and Ben Eaton, they're stepping into the arena to battle over a question that hits the heart of America. Do government welfare programs help the black community long term? Is it a lifeline or a leash? Does it build generational wealth or breed generational dependence? Honey Clark is coming armed with data, history, and fire in her voice, ready to argue that these programs are essential tools for equity and survival. Ben Eaton steps in with statistics, economic theory, and a counterpunch philosophy, arguing that long-term empowering demands a different strategy. This isn't surface level politics. This is policy. This is history. This is legacy. Coliseum of Arguments. Titans Debate League.
And sometime this week, maybe tomorrow, I think that's what we're going for. We are going to have Elder Yara in the Argument Alley.
Before they enter the Coliseum, they've got to survive Argument Alley. This is where the new voices step into the hot seat, and we find out real quick who's built for the spotlight and who folds under pressure. In Argument Alley, there's no easy questions. We pressure test their beliefs, we challenge their ideology, we push their faith, and we put their knowledge on the line. Can they think on their feet? Can they defend their stance when the heat gets turned all the way up? Because not everybody earns a place in Coliseum of Arguments. You don't just walk your way in. You've got to fight your way in, where contenders are tested and only the strong make it to the main stage. Presented by Coliseum of Arguments. Step up or step aside.
And this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, one you're definitely not going to want to miss.
Titans Debate League, presented by Coliseum of Arguments, where ideas don't just clash, they collide. In one corner, sharp as a blade and twice as deadly on the mic, the verbal assassin, Leandre Slim Reaper McBride, a master of logic, a hunter of weak arguments, and he's coming to carve this case wide open. And in the opposing corner, crowned in confidence, swinging with conviction, the fearless fire starter himself, King Naga. He doesn't back down, he doesn't fold, and he's ready to defend his stance at all costs. The question shaking the arena, was the killing of Alex Brady justified? Morality versus law, emotion versus evidence, justice or just revenge? No scripts, no safety nets, just unfiltered debate warfare. This isn't a conversation, it's a showdown. Coliseum of Arguments, where only the strongest arguments survive. Are you not entertained?
And if you want to check that one out, make sure you subscribe right now to Titans Debate League here on YouTube. YouTube.com/@Titans Debate League, baby. Let's get it. Now I'm going to end with the song by Connie Son, Same Heart. One of my homies from my hometown. He's an Ohio native. I usually check him out on Spotify, but you can listen to him on all platforms. Go ahead over to his Facebook and tell him A1 sent you. And again, the name of this song is Same Heart by Connie Son. And remember my motto, treat your smile like your money and never let them steal it. Peace.
Yeah, we was together down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never holding it level. Think about letting that thing spark, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart, and they the one taking the aim for it, and I'm the one taking the blame for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hating, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. Karma gon' come your way, young nigga. It can be any day, young nigga. The way that you played your hand, I forgive you, but back in that sandbox, can't forget you. Killing my mentor, tell your little brother the issue. How did we go to them pistols? Know I'm official, know that I try to uplift you. Kinda knowing that I miss him. We was together, down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never holding it level. Think about letting that thing spark, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart, and I'm the one taking the blame for it, and they the one taking the aim for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hate, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. One more hate, it really ain't gon' matter. More pale lips, just me, more chatter. Can't hold hands going up no ladder. I fall from up here, then my shit gon' shatter. I'm putting on for my whole family, but we on a different road, family. You told folk that I told family, but I never did fold when the folks had me 100. I never been fake in frontin'. I told younger nigga make him something, you told younger nigga take him something, and he the one that took that from his cousin, and that there got the whole family fussing. Got big sis beefing with her brother, even through it all still know I love you, but every second I think I trust you. I'm smart in the game, you made it hard in the game. I'm loving, I started the lane, I'm hard as they came. Melody target they brain and they draw like a martyr with flame. How far I done came, you was not part of the blame, you was just part of the strain. You was so grimy that niggas ain't wanna come fuck with me, but that's just part of it. And I'm the one taking the blame for it, they the one taking the aim for it. They ain't got no shame in the game for it, till I come back around with that pain for it. You gon' pay for the time you was hate, you gon' pay for the time you was dirty macking, you gon' pay for the time that you hit on women, you pay for the time that you flipped on family. We was together, down for whatever. How the hell did we just fall apart? You was my brother, know that I love you. I would've gave you my own heart, and I would've never holding it level. Think about letting that thing spark, knowing that we got the same heart. It's crazy we ain't got the same heart.
Let's pause the noise for a second, because if you're still here right now, you're already different. Not everyone gets this. Not everyone understands real debate, real scholarship, real intellectual smoke. But you do. This is Coliseum of Arguments. This is Titans Debate League. And what happens here doesn't survive on algorithms. It survives on the people who believe in it. When you support through Cash App, you're not just donating. You're fueling the arena. You're the reason we can bring in high-level guests. You're the reason we keep unbiased judges. You're the reason these debates stay sharp, fair, and uncompromised. This platform is built by thinkers, sustained by supporters, protected by the ones who know value when they see it. If this show has ever sharpened your mind, has ever entertained you, or has ever challenged what you thought you knew, then Cash App is how you say, keep this going. Not everyone contributes, but the ones who do, they're part of what makes this real. Coliseum of Arguments, Titans Debate League, powered by the people who get it. These are not just speakers. These are thinkers, forged in fire. Warriors of words stepping into destiny. Welcome to the Coliseum of Arguments, where logic clashes with conviction and ideas spill like blood in the sand. 16 titans, 16 minds, one path to immortality. They come seeking truth, they fight for redemption, they burn for revenge. Featuring the intellectual elite of the Titans Debate League. Every round a new war, every word a new weapon. Every Titan ready to fall or rise in glory. This is not debate, this is combat. Step into the Coliseum of arguments. Only the brave speak here. Are you not entertained? Amazing news! At Titans Debate League is now looking for interns. We are expanding our team and seeking driven individuals who are ready to make an impact. We're on the hunt for talented people to join our marketing team, a charismatic new host, and creative minds who can produce amazing content. If you have a positive attitude and are used to winning, because that's what we do here, then we want to hear from you. Join us and contribute to a culture of excellence and success here at Titans Debate League. Email us today, titansdebateleague@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Where Infinity Gauntlet is a mere toy compared to the intellectual prowess build and destroy the cipher. Intellectual sword to slice you, or whatever device you recommend. Surgical precise pen, hand get heated, the room will spin. If man get treated, them goals gon' spin. Level heads with feet, paradigm the box you in. Got a pair of red dimes in the box you in. Don't matter, paradigms, your clock won't spin. Hear the sounds of the trumpets, start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down or lay down when we're stopping. It's the clash of the titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets, start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down or lay down when we storming. It's the clash of the titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets, start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down or lay down when we storming.
Trying to douse my flame. Yes, they can try, yes, they can, it'll douse my flame. 10 toes where I stand, I'm the motherfucking man, wanna put out my flame. They try to douse my flame, no stopping us now, my spirit is tightened. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. Keep the heat in the topics. They try to douse my flame. Ain't no stopping us now, but my spirit is tightened. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. Yes, they can try, yes, they can. They try to douse my flame. Ain't no stopping us now, but my spirit is tightened. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. Keep the heat in the topics. They wanna douse my flame. If I pull it out, it's a profit. These scriptures keep flowing while teaching disciples. You can catch me in the gauntlets, with a roster full of monsters. If I pull it out, it's a profit. This the sound of insurrection. Keep around in the weapon, blowing loud as secession. Lighters up, shake met the goddess. Pour out effervescence, be the runner-up, the next contestant. Not hearing you haters, ain't no blocking my blessings. They try to douse my flame. Ain't no stopping us now, but my spirit is tightened. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. Keep the heat in the topics. Yes, they can try, yes, they can. It'll douse my flame. 10 toes where I stand, I'm the motherfucking man. Wanna put out my flame. They don't know nice is eternal. Now I got nice light infernos. They're trying to douse my flame. Yes, they can try, yes, they can. It'll douse my flame. 10 toes where I stand, I'm the motherfucking man. Wanna put out my flame. They try to douse my flame, no stopping us now, my spirit is tightened. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. Keep the heat in the topics. They try to douse my flame. Ain't no stopping us now, but my spirit is tightened. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. Yes, they can try, yes, they can. They try to douse my flame. Ain't no stopping us now, but my spirit is tightened. They wanna douse my flame and claim my intellectual likeness. You can catch me in the gauntlet, with a roster full of monsters. Keep the heat in the topics. They wanna douse my fame. If I pull it out, it's a profit. These stitches keep flowing.
Your ass. Now your belly got tissue to wipe your ass. It ain't no love from the government. Every president been on some sucker shit. Young niggas bustin' shit. No, I'm not loving it. This is the option they stuck me with. Grind hard till I'm filthy, 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 filthy rich. You feel me? Grind hard till I'm filthy, 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 filthy rich. You feel me? Filthy rich, you feel me? Grind hard till I'm filthy, 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 filthy rich, you feel me? Hey, it ain't no love for your brother. It ain't no love for your sister. It ain't no love for no junkie. It ain't no love for the pusher. It ain't no love for the honest. It ain't no love for the real. It ain't no love for the loyal. Looking for love, get you killed. Filthy is what you gotta get. You gotta get dirty if you're trying to get rich. It's back to the mud, cause you gotta show love to all of the ones who will never see this. To all the little kids with no Christmas list. No TV, no bed, and no food on they dish. No father around, now they malnourished. That hindering aid coming from the government. You gotta get filthy. Fuck a job, open up a business. Haters gon' watch when you kill shit. Every murder case got a witness. Whole block going through the blues. Coming from the bottom, do you feel it? Cause being broke leave a hole in your soul. Put your fists in the air, black folk, if you feel me. I say I came from the bottom, no lights, no gas. You can get robbed, no pipe, no mask. Throw a tea party, don't invite your ass. Now your belly got tissue to wipe your ass. It ain't no love from the government. Every president been on some sucker shit. Young niggas bustin' shit, no, I'm not loving it. This is the option they stuck me with.
Yeah. Woo. What? Woo. Yo. Woo. Hear the sounds of the trumpets. Stuck the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down and lay down when we stomping. It's the clash of the titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets. Stuck the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down and lay down when we stomping. It's the clash of the titans. In the dimension where infinity gauntlet is a mere toy.
Oh, oh, oh. Mm. Oh, oh, oh. Hear the sounds of the trumpets. Start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down and lay down when we stompin'. This the clash of the titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets. Start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down and lay down when we stompin'. This the clash of the titans. Hear the sounds of the trumpets. Start the rounds in the gauntlet. Get down and lay down when we stompin'. This the clash of the titans. In a dimension where infinity gauntlet is a mere toy compared to intellectual prowess. Build.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Spit Tupacian, theosophic politics. Ancestors, we honor them. Niggas uniting all of them. Yeah. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Spit Tupacian, theosophic politics. Ancestors, we honor them. Niggas uniting all of them. Follow us through the hypogeum to the Coliseum. I'm talking Machiavellian tactics mixed with Panther pride. The ghost of a fiend walking right by my side. It's the Theosophia, the concrete spiritual warfare. Plotting on the liberation while the system just stare. Pac saw the maze, saw the traps in the code. Told us thug life was the acronym to help us explode. Out the poverty cycle, out the mental cage. Redefining the criminal onto revolutionary stage. He wasn't just rapping, he was building the front. Uniting the Crips and the Bloods on the hunt. For a peace treaty signed in the blood of the block. Turning the hood to a nation steady ticking the clock. From the hypogeum, that's the cell of the deep. Where the secrets of the struggle and the answer to sleep. To the Coliseum floor where they want us to bleed. But we switching the script, playing a different exceed. It's socialistic visions through a gold rim lens. Trying to feed the whole tribe, not just counting the ends. Class war in the lyrics, soul searching in the bars. NGA, I navigating by the Tupacian stars. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Spit Tupacian, theosophic politics. Ancestors, we honor them. Niggas uniting all of them. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. Spit Tupacian, theosophic politics. Ancestors, we honor them. Niggas uniting all of them. Follow us through the hypogeum to the Coliseum. Yeah! It's the study of God through the eyes of the oppressed. Theosophy in the gutter, unity of death. Follow the light through the underground. We going from the pits to the stage. NGA. Yeah.